Alrighty, so man flew out of the way. I've decided to grow myself a pair of balls and actually upload a video. So I'm going to take a look at Valkyr, the rage-fueled, heavily armoured wrecking ball. Now, she was once thought of as probably the worst Warframe due to her lack of utility and usefulness, and recently she has been given a buff to her armour, making her a lot more fun with the right melee setup. Yeah, it's true, her abilities are still a little bit lackluster, but forget about usefulness for a minute and look forward to actually having a bit of fun while you steamroll bosses, wave after wave of infested on derelict missions with nothing more than your melee weapon and her butt ugly face, which is enough to scare the horses on its own. So if you're on the PlayStation 4, you may not have got this buff yet for your Valkyr, which, like I said, is a buff to her armour. So before the buff she had only 200 base armour, which has been increased to 600, which is actually a massive amount when you think about it. And when you throw in the Steel Fiber mod, which at maxed out can increase her armour up to as much as 1260, it makes her a tank in every sense of the word. And with this max Steel Fiber and with a max powered Warcry, and by max power I mean blind rage and focus up as much as possible, she can mitigate up to as much as 90% of incoming damage. And not to mention that also, if you get into a shitty situation and find yourself in trouble, you can simply pop Hysteria and completely just face roll your way to full health and shields, while at the same time doing tons of damage and clearing a room. But like I said, she still hasn't got much in the way of usefulness when it comes to squad play, if you intend on doing really high wave defense and things like that. But she is one of the more fun frames to play when running solo. If you fancy just chilling out and farming and killing a shit ton of bosses, then you should definitely look at her. But I have still got a few problems with her abilities. I mean, her ultimate still feels very clunky and slow, especially when you have to run after Corpse or Grenier, who just cheese it every time you get near them. The animation for the melee strikes while in Hysteria feel like they're all that's getting in the way of Valkyr becoming a great frame. You get hung up in the animation for the actual melee swings, and enemies can just turn and run even when they're close enough to you. But her Warcry, on the other hand, is great. It not only slows enemies, but it increases your melee speed as well as your armour, your squad's melee speed, and it also increases the armour on a cryopod. All in all, I think her Warcry is probably her best ability, and forget about her rip line. I mean, I don't want to be Spider Frame. Now, Bat Frame, on the other hand, that's something I might be interested in. So my mod setup for my two-format Valkyr, it's quite simple. I kind of throw caution to the wind and just stick any mods on that I can. So I'll show you what I have on her for the footage that you're seeing. I have got a Steel Charge for increased melee damage, which was much better as a level 10 mod and not a level 5 mod, you bastards. Max redirection for her shield, even though it's still only going to be 350 when it's maxed out, it's still enough of a little bit of a boost to your survivability. Now, blind rage you could put up the whole way, but for me 5 levels was enough to increase the damage with a max focus mod. You can max this, like I said, if you want, but 5's enough for me. Vitality I only went up as far as 6 for more survivability. Steel Fiber at the minute for me is 1 from the top, but I am working my way to getting it to the top. It's just taking a shitload of mods. I have got a max streamline on as well for more energy efficiency, and like I said, the max focus for more power strength, and the max rage mod for the gain on energy every time you take damage to your health. Max flow simply for a larger energy pool. Now, this is just a basic build. You guys might have a better build on your Valkyr. If you do, then by all means let me know in the comment section below what way you've gone with her. And with my dual lickers, I can generally shred my way through anything in this. Now, my dual lickers have been formed 3 times. So I leave some info I found on the wiki about her armor values and how much she can actually mitigate, and I'll leave the info in the description below. In summary, I've been using Valkyr a lot since her latest buff, since some of you guys actually said in the comment section to revisit her, and I'll be honest, I've been having a lot of fun. Maybe you guys should revisit her as well. She's not as bad as she was, and if you do, then by all means let me know as well in the comment section below what you think of her. Do you agree with me or disagree with me? And if you've enjoyed the video in any way, then do us a favour and hit that like button. And as always, thanks very much for watching.